inspirations for amateurs. Us professionals, we just go to work in the morning.
Welcome to the Uninspired podcast. I thought it was supposed to be a clap. It was, but hey, I'm feeling good. All right, welcome to the Uninspired podcast, the least creative podcast in the world, created to inspire creators around the world. I have a guest with me, if you can see him right now.
I just woke up.
He just woke up. He just chucked yesterday.
But yeah.
This boy just crushed a Red Bull in like 0.2 seconds. But let me introduce him before y'all get it. I don't want to get it twisted. We got right here. We got a 17-year-old creative entrepreneur genius right here. Social media mogul, incredible video creator, After Effects connoisseur, professional tightrope walker. It's Aaron Lwsn. Can y'all get it up for Aaron? Come on, let's get it. Yeah.
Did you say professional?
Yeah.
When did I ever tell you that?
Wait, is it true?
Nah.
I wanted them to.
Alright, I'm a professional soccer player though.
You're a professional soccer player?
Kinda.
So, before we even get into it, what happened a couple of days ago
Couple of days
with your team?
Man.
Break it down for me.
We have to start. Okay, so
what happened?
you know, it's a big championship. It's a big soccer championship.
Was that the Premier League?
No, it's the UEFA championship where everybody comes. So my team definitely was supposed to win because we were the overdog, or the underdog was the second team.
I like that.
So then, it's the last few minutes. We were losing by 1, and we scored a goal. I was excited. I sent a video to my dad. No. We won. We got the goal to go.
Gotcha.
So the way UEFA is set up is kind of complicated.
They do golden goal there?
They do home and away. So the away goal, they scored 1 in our house. So that counts as 2 goals. So it's kind of complicated.
That's kind of weird.
So last minute, we get the goal to go, and they called it offsides, bro.
Damn.
And it was definitely not offsides. Bro, the ref was teaching us the whole game. But I was so excited. Like, let me tell you. So I ran around the house, excited. And Arnold, my brother, was like, oh, bro, they canceled it. So I'm like, haha, you're so funny.
Yeah, he would say.
And I came back, and he was like, they actually canceled it. And, bro, tears. I almost cried.
Throwback to April.
I know, right? The exact same thing, bro. Last year, the exact same time. Oh my God. We keep losing in the same format. And I hate that, bro. That pissed me off, bro. Nobody could text me that whole day. I was pissed, bro.
Well, you're here. You're alive.
Amen.
You're
I'm a little bit sadder.
You're sadder. But personally, you got a lot going on, bro.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to start with that. Okay. So I follow you on social media.
Of course.
And we haven't really like talked in a minute. So following you on social media, all I see is just you're dope. And you're just killing it. But what do you do day to day? Like what's your first of all your primary like occupation? Like what are you doing? And
so right now I'm just currently working as a video editor. Ooh. I'm just doing videos like literally every day, like every time I wake up. Cause now we used to office together. Do they know this or should I?
We should talk about it.
Yeah, we used to office. We used to work for the same company.
We did.
And we used to office together. And so now we don't have that office anymore. I mean, we kind of do, we kind of don't. It's complicated. The gas from. Cause now I'm driving now, and I'm
now you know.
Now I struggle. So I was like, should I drive all the way downtown just to edit with a nice view, or I could just stay in my house and edit the same? So I was like, I think I'm gonna save my gas and just edit. So that's what. So I moved my big computer, then I bought a new computer. So now all I'm doing is just editing from home. And my projects are crazy right now. I have like 3 weddings due. Like 5-minute cuts, 1 minute, and a 40 minutes. Dude. Bro, I'm telling you, it's crazy right now. So that's what I'm doing. But for my Instagram side, I developed a scholarship for African immigrants. Cause I'm an immigrant, and
likewise,
I understand the pain that I had to go through to get a scholarship in high school, going to college, and I want to make it easier for somebody else in that same situation.
Man.
That's why I developed that scholarship.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Well, I commend you for that because
Of course.
that's not something even us as creatives we think about doing or coming up with. But yeah, I saw that, and that's something that I hope.
So that's something I'm trying to do on the side while I'm also working on the video editing side.
Nice.
So the video editing is paying my bills. This one is kind of,
it's a passion project.
thank you.
Yeah,
Perfect.
trying to make it. Yeah.
It's gonna be. So that's what I've been doing, man. Tired, man.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was up to like. That's probably why I woke up late. I was up to like 3. Yeah.
Wait, so let's talk about that. So we're like, he tells me, where you at, bro? He messages me this morning, where you at, homie? And
Okay, so there's 2 common.
there's more than 2. So
Okay, yeah.
Okay, first of all, no judgment towards you, bro. But he went to the wrong common desk. There's one of the closer to downtown.
And
There's
I
one
just
here.
thought, that's where
Yeah.
he was gonna be.
But it's all
even
good.
though he texted me, I'm gonna be at Oak Cliff.
But here's the thing. Here's where I commend you, and this is something I've been wanting to tell you for a while.
Yeah.
From working with you and being with you in the past, you have a very hard work mindset, and you would have gotten here at 8:45. We were supposed to shoot at 9 a.m.
Of course.
Still got here at 9 a.m. even though you went to the wrong place. Cause
Yeah, I had to speed though.
And you have, I think it's dope that I'm gonna stop praising you for a minute.
Yeah.
It's dope. So that's dope. So you're doing video editing.
What about
still.
you, bro?
Me?
Yeah, how you doing?
All right. So
He's about to get married, y'all. He's about to be married.
I'm so worried right now because
The what?
yeah, I have a couple sound effects right here, and I'm hitting with the air horns. So if there's any female out there that's looking at me sideways,
No, he's taking.
I'm taking.
But you can look at me.
You can look at him.
Yeah.
He's not taking.
Yeah.
Wait, are you taking? Okay.
I'm not.
Who are you talking to, bro?
I'm not talking to anybody.
Nobody?
Well, let's keep that off camera.
All right. Okay. So
I don't want to get it mixed up.
for me, yeah. Good wedding coming up.
That's amazing, bro.
Thank
I'm
you.
ready.
I
I'm
appreciate
ready.
it.
If I'm not invited, I'll see it on Instagram Live somewhere.
Nah, bro.
And I'm ready.
You're coming.
Bet.
So, yeah, the wedding's coming up. I'm a creative director at Calvary.
Nice.
So I'm doing that. That's like my full-time thing. And then 2, just any gig that comes up, I kind of take.
Freelance. Nice. All right, what was your
That's
question?
really it. So, okay. So let's talk about how we met. I wanted to bring this to
Okay.
why this is even happening, how we even got in touch with each other.
Okay.
And I'll let you tell
we've
the
been
story.
cool since.
We've been cool for a minute.
Yeah. So, you hosted an event. What happened to that?
Yeah, we stopped it.
Okay, so it was a networking type event, and I was trying to go into that space. Well, I already been doing video and weddings with my brother, but I was just trying to okay, I can do weddings for paid, but what can I actually do that's actually fun to me? So I was going through my Instagram and hashtags, and I found out there was an event that after they were done networking, they go out to shoot, and I was like, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I hit up Trinity. At that point, your ad name is still Trinity.
Yeah. You good.
So I hit him on. I was like, hey man, what is this event about? I want to come through. I want to see how it is. And bro, he was come through, blah blah blah. So I pulled up, had a great time, shot a lot of pictures, met Javiz, Tyrell. What's Tyrell there?
Yeah.
Tyrell. A lot of cool photographers in the DFW area. And from there, I was like, okay, I like his work. I'm going to tell my brother about him. So then I told my brother was like, I like his work.
Yeah.
Let's hire him. So then we got into the process, and bro, for the 6 months that was the best. Cause after doing our breaks and stuff, we used to go downtown. Not to make it sad or anything, but we used to go downtown, just shoot, do whatever, bro, and it was so cool, bro. That's why downtown was cool at that point. After a minute,
it gets boring.
I started to edit too much.
Yeah.
And I was like, this drive is not making sense to me.
Yeah.
So I just left it.
But yeah, I mean.
Well, at a point, I ain't used to like you, bro.
Really, downtown?
Yeah.
Like after a while?
No, you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
What happened?
Bro, I'm telling you, man. It was hard.
Why didn't you like me for a minute?
For a minute.
Hold on.
For a minute.
Why?
Because I was jealous.
You were jealous?
I was very jealous.
Why were you jealous?
Because they were giving you all the jobs.
You're living life. Well, editing?
Yeah. So that made me really jealous.
Alright.
I was really pissed.
No. Okay, so here's the thing. So the way the format was kind of working is I was kind of the editor of like just video. You know what I mean? So, but he, like I said before, After Effects.
I was pissed.
He would shut up. He would always put on like what made it dope at the end. So like. And that's not even true, bro. That's not even true. You did projects, whatever. I left anyway, so you got all the glory now.
Yeah, but now it was too much.
Now you want it back, huh? Yeah. No, but yeah, I mean, so to backtrack to the event. So we had this thing for Calvary. We still had we had Deep Ellum services at 5 p.m. and I decided, we can.
Oh yeah, and it was a church service.
Yeah, so that was the thing. Yeah, so I was like, well, can we start a meetup here? We call it. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, where can I get one like that, bro?
Hey man, my guy. I'm gonna tell you the story after you're done with yours.
So, yeah, I mean, the idea was let's make a meetup that everybody can come to, but they have to be a part of the church service at first. And it would end up being, like you said, it felt like a networking event. It didn't feel like a church service. And that was the whole point. It was like the Deep Ellum night event was supposed to be a more chill vibe for people who maybe are too intimidated to come to church at first, to come and like hear about the gospel and really network with other creatives. I think we call it Deep Nights or something like that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was dope. So we would hang out, we'd hear worship music, but like remixed, super dope worship music. And then we'd all head out and take photos, and we had a whole thing going. But yeah, what happened was that coffee shop, it doesn't exist anymore. For real? Yeah, like the guys that were holding that coffee shop closed it. Because I guess they weren't making no money. So yeah, so that's how we met, and yeah, we had
down here.
We worked together. Yeah, now I'm down here.
No, like I'm saying, why not host it down here?
Oh well,
it gets complicated.
I gotta talk to you some offline too. Okay. Because we got something coming up.
All right.
Coming May. But. Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's just. I got the inside. I got the insider. Something's coming up May. Y'all better be ready. I don't know when, but it's coming. It's coming. All right. Here's the thing with that jacket. Can you show the camera?
Hey man.
If you're not looking at this, if you're listening to it, you're not watching it on YouTube.
You know, with flash, it glows. You know, it's kind of cool, and it's me. You know, at the back of my jersey. Look at that. So, when the girls want to come talk to me, I don't do any talking. I just turn around.
Oh, you show the jacket?
And they follow me.
Oh, come on.
That's it.
So, for y'all that are listening, for you guys, it's a, what is it, Polo or Ralph Lauren?
Oh, yeah, I got this at the thrift store for $2.
So, it's a dope jean jacket, right?
Bro, yes, a dope jean jacket.
It's a dope jean jacket.
Fake Gucci add-on.
Oh, snap. Yeah. You adding it to it. Bro, alright, then the back of it has like basically a self-portrait, but like embroidered in like shiny rock stuff. Yeah. And then it has this @ handle at the bottom at Aaron Lwsn. Go ahead and follow him on Instagram if you're not.
Of course.
But it's sick. I mean, it's on your Instagram.
Everywhere. Yeah. So, my baby. The main reason why I got this is, so at the building we were officing, there were different floors, and there were different creative floors. So one day I was heading to the office, and the elevator usually not working in that building. Not to diss nobody, but yeah. So the elevators were never working. So we clicked one, and we're heading up. Me and this random guy, I've never seen him before, and he said, "Oh, please click 9 for me." So I noticed the African accent. So I was like, Maybe he's Nigerian. That's what I jumped to conclusion, but he wasn't. So as we were heading to 9, the elevator started shaking. I was like, oh no. And it just stopped at 8, and the lights went off.
No. Wait, so you were stuck?
Yes.
Oh.
So I was stuck
with this guy.
Yes. Okay. So I was forced. I wasn't forced because I like to talk.
Yeah.
I talked to him. I was like, "Hey man, I noticed your African accent. I mean, since we ain't got nothing going on, we might as well get to know each other."
Yeah, for sure.
So he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from." I don't remember the country.
Okay.
But he's from an African country, right? So then we started to talk about Africa and why people move down here, and I was like, "Damn man, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy's smart. I like him." So I was like, "Oh, what else do you do?" He's like, "Oh, I design clothes and I make clothes."
Man.
And I was like, "Oh, nice. Can I come see your work?" So after we got out the elevator, we called the downstairs guy. There's a name for them. Connoisseur.
So concierge, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Concierge. We called him, and he brought us down, and we took the stairs. And I went up straight after that to go see his work. I was like, wow, bro. So, like, in my mind, I'm just thinking creatively, like, okay, so how can I make this? Because this is cool. And when you put your flash to it, my mind was blown. So I was like, how can I make this better? Or how can I make more people interested in what this guy's doing? Because it's amazing. So I was like, okay, so now, instead of just making not random clothes with just names, let's make it more personalized to people and their brands. Right. And he was like, okay, so how do we go about that? So, you know, marketing genius, 2 years in marketing. As a, you know, a little bit, I know a little bit about marketing, so.
You know some stuff.
Instagram marketing, not the rest. So then I was like, okay, I know a certain way I can market this out to a younger group, a younger generation, and they would love it. If you use an influencer marketing, like getting people that are already popular to them to wear the jacket or to get their own custom jacket, and from there it's gonna blow. And bro, and he was down with it. And from that, I got a free jacket out of that. But the jackets are not expensive. Like we discussed the price. I think it's. I don't want to, you know, false quote him, but I think it's $70 for.
That's not bad.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's like super good, super affordable, not cheap, affordable, and
the fact that y'all met in an elevator is just legendary. That's
what networking is about, man. You don't know where your next network could be. If I didn't meet you in the coffee shop, if you didn't host that event, we wouldn't be here. I mean, we probably would, but. I won't be your first guest.
I'm with you.
I'm the first guest here.
He's the first guest. Applause.
I'm probably something special. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm special or something. Maybe y'all should listen to me. Alright. So. But you gonna diss me like that?
No, bro. I'm playing. You're awesome.
Alright. So yeah, we met in the elevator and. That's what it came to. And
that's dope.
I've been wearing it ever since. Any networking event I go to, it's a great conversation starter. Like, hey, like, who did that? Oh, then I go into the story. Then I meet the new person. And I've met so many people in networking events. It's amazing, bro.
We're being a little too loud.
Ooh.
We're getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So let's bring it down a little. We're going to have an ASMR session now. So get a little close to the mic. And this is how we're going to talk. We're only going to talk like this. I guess we can't be too loud, but okay. So bringing it back.
So it's not soundproof.
No, it's really not.
What a beautiful view and no soundproofing.
Yeah, it's horrible. Look, you see right there? You see how like that's like not glass? It's empty right there. The top ones. Yeah. So it's really bad.
But that's glass. There's no glass.
There's no glass. That's what I'm saying. I might cut this out. But anyways, yeah, we just got told to quiet down. So let's do that. But I have a question. So you are good at networking. You believe in networking. It's a dope thing. If you had one tip for any new and upcoming creative that's gonna go to a networking event for the first time, what are some tips to get connected, to talk to people? Give me your best advice to a new and up and coming creative.
All right,
for networking.
Y'all listening? So my advice for a new upcoming creative. Well, does this person already have shots? Like pictures and portfolio? Yeah. Oh, perfect. So my first advice is to get your portfolio up. Go out and shoot, find your friends. You have friends. Or if you don't, find random people on the street. I promise you, they will want your picture.
Yeah.
No, actually, let me take it back. Buy a camera first. Once you buy your camera, go outside and take pictures. Don't just take random pictures. Find what interests you the most. Find a creative way to show it out. Bam. Now you got a portfolio. So now it's time to actually network and get your photos out there or get your business out there. So what you're going to do is you're going to go out there. I suck. Okay, let me tell y'all. I suck at starting conversations, but I really know how to keep a conversation going.
You're real good.
So I can give you advice on how to get your conversation started. Okay. But I can give you advice on how to keep it going.
Okay, well let's talk about this. You have a jacket. That's the conversation starter.
So he was African, so that don't count. Cause I noticed the accent, so I was like, oh, are you African? So
No, but I mean, like when you go to a networking event with the jacket, that's already a conversation started. You know what I
So
mean?
you already giving the advice.
There you go.
Have something unique with you.
So that's what you would say. Just
Yes.
have some way of starting conversation with
Yes, have something different than. And I don't mean like you should dress all in neon or nothing like that. Just be different from what other people are doing. And other people too are gonna be different from what you're doing. And that just kills it. Like that brings up a conversation for other people to come talk to you.
Yeah.
And for example, he already said it, the jacket. When you meet me at a networking event, that's the first thing you want to go towards.
Yeah.
Because that's different. You don't see anybody else doing it. And yeah.
And let's touch on something because you made a good point. So when you make your portfolio, a lot of people think that when you're starting as a creative, photography, video, graphic design, whatever you're doing, you start your Instagram, you start building it. But the truth is, like, you have to reach wherever you are. Let's say Dallas. By just posting and using hashtags, you're gonna get online presence. But there's a difference between your social media audience and your real life audience. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's key what you said, like make a portfolio and then go network. I feel like personally, those events.
Argue?
No.
Okay,
I'm with you.
no,
I'm with you. But I'm saying, like,
Mhm.
it's important to network because a lot of people stop when they're just posting. And I was like that for a long time. I was just post, no growth.
Yeah.
I met you. I met Carlos Harris. I met all these people who helped me grow.
Yeah.
And it was that networking thing. So I think it's important.
I think it's very important
for all of you to not sleep on networking because networking is how you build that.
How else can you not to diss nothing? I just want to know, like, because I mean I love learning new things. So how else can you, if you're not networking, what else can you do to grow?
To grow for me, there's you'll see like online presence, like hashtag groups using the right hashtags. You know about it. You're on Instagram. You know what's up. But using Instagram, posting every day, growing through that.
You know what? I stopped that posting every day thing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it works.
Well, you got a following now. You don't have to. You know what I mean?
But I feel like I shouldn't have. I don't think I never did. Because the difference is when you post every day, it's not quality anymore. It's more of a quantity type of thing.
I feel you. Okay. Let's get into it.
when you post frequently, and I mean, a lot of people don't like seeing. For me, I do a lot of studies on myself and what I do like to see on my Instagram. So when I see myself scrolling and I see your name 3 times, I'm like, damn, like, no, I don't want to see that.
Gotcha.
For other people in my work, I'm just telling you what my generation and what I notice myself doing. And I think for the newer generation coming up, posting quality, this is some facts right here. This is gonna be in my PDF guide, which is $35. No, it's $1 actually. I want to make it cheap. It's $1 and
100.
Posting quality, cause Gary Vee is a great guy. I listen to his content, but I disagree with posting quantity over quality. I think you should post quality over quantity. And that's just me.
Yeah.
You don't have to listen to me, but I'm his first guest, so
You kind of have to.
I don't know. Maybe I'm special or something.
Maybe he's doing something right.
I don't know.
He's got over 6,000 followers. You know, maybe he knows what he's doing.
Maybe.
No, I'm with you, and I think the key with that is if you are gonna post consistently every day, just make sure you're not getting complacent. Because I've been there too, and that's why I don't know. If
What does complacent mean?
Complacent meaning like you stop pursuing excellence and you're just staying at a low tier
Because
you're just trying to get a post out every day.
Right.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing I came with, because I don't know if you noticed, but I was kind of MIA on Instagram for a while, and I stopped.
I thought that's because you were working out.
That too. Hey, come on. But also, just because I got worn out, you know what I mean? It wasn't fun because I was just like, I just got to keep it going.
Right.
So here's the thing. Here's what I learned. I think that you can post every day if you correctly plan your week. So, okay, let's say if I go today and I go in Dallas and I get like 10 good shots, right? And I consistently do that every Monday. I feel like as long as you're good at your craft and you're doing it, you can do it. But I feel your point when you're saying if it gets to the point where you're just posting to post and not posting for quality, then that's where you gotta like reconsider. So I'm with you. I like that, and I appreciate you telling people that, because
Facts.
people will tell you post every day.
You hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's to grow your Instagram, but I mean, I can't tell you. I cheated my way up there, but what was I about to say?
Growing your Instagram.
Growing your Instagram. So I'm gonna just end my point right there
Okay.
because I lost my train of thought.
You're good. All right. Well, I think this is a perfect time to take a little break.
That was 20 something.
Yeah, we're at 20.
His camera, it only cuts every 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So
it
the
does.
sponsored content is brought to you by his camera.
Yeah,
company.
here we go. Cut it now.
Are you a Dallas local business trying to reach the creative community? Maybe you're not in Dallas but want to target the creative audience. Well, this is the spot to do so. The Uninspired podcast is for photographers, videographers, fashion designers, and anyone interested in the creative space. Throughout our podcast, we have multiple 30-second spots that you can own. This spot right here could be me talking about your product or service. We currently have about 100 overall listeners and viewers, and when we have guests, we project thousands of listeners that will tune in. If you're interested and want more information, email us at podcastuninspired@gmail.com, and I'll give you our prices for these spots. Become a sponsor for the podcast today, and more importantly, start a relationship with us now, so as we continue to grow, your brand can too.
Welcome back to the Uninspired podcast. I hope you liked that break. It was about 1 second for you. It was a couple minutes for us, but actually it wasn't 1 second. You know why? Because we're starting a new sponsored part. And yeah, if you want to sponsor the podcast, you already listened to it. But let's get back to it. So I want to talk about this. So, what's your favorite area in creative? Like, what's your favorite process? We know you're a video editor. Is that your favorite? Do you enjoy shooting? What's your thing? Talk about it.
I love, you know what? It changes. But right now, I can tell you what I really love.
Okay.
I've been noticing on my Instagram a lot of skin retouching. But it isn't normal skin retouching. They like put makeup on your face type of skin retouching.
Dang.
And it's like getting like really.
Wait, is it the whole like split channel thing?
I don't know how to do it. That's what I'm interested in.
Gotcha.
Right now, like it just gives me
It's in your
excitement.
head, right?
Like I'm like, oh, like
In photography, right? We're talking photography.
photography. So more of a portrait than skin retouching, turning your face like you can literally not wear makeup.
Yeah.
And when the photo's done, it's gonna look like you got a full blown makeup.
Dang.
And I just want to learn that,
Bro.
just because like if I get excited about something, that means I really want to learn it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm focused on right now. And I mean I don't do photography. I do it for the fun of it. It doesn't bring me money, so not like money is everything. Let me just stop right there. I do have to pay my rent, so
It's important. Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do photography for just the love of it, and that is something that excites me. The video world, some double exposures.
Ooh.
Cause there's double exposures in photo, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But have you ever done a moving double exposure?
Dang. In video, like in camera?
No, in the editing
okay.
process. But like getting the shot, then realizing, oh my God, it's a white background, a black silhouette.
Yeah.
Maybe that can be, and I just recently did it, and I'm trying to do more of it. You know,
That's
just
dope.
expand my creative
Yeah.
realm.
And I call that effect ghosting, because that's just, I feel like it looks like a ghost trailing. And I watched a tutorial like years ago, and it was they use it a lot in music videos, and
Oh really?
yeah, we
I'm
have
probably talking about I've never seen it before.
really.
Yeah.
What do you mean by double exposure?
So okay,
Oh, the thing you did the other day, like 2 people in the same room. Oh, cloning. Okay.
wait. No. Let me explain it right. I'm definitely. It's not cloning. It's definitely not called double exposure. Can I pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up.
Bro.
But yeah, what I'm talking about, so there's this effect called ghosting, and it's basically where there's like you create the same. Okay, this is, if you're not a video editor, you can zone out for a minute. But in the timeline, you duplicate the same video, and then you lower the opacity and bring it back like a couple seconds, and then you make a little
Basically
ghost
like this.
Oh.
So now,
Well,
just
now post
imagine-
a picture on the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm
we'll
gonna
put
take a
it up.
screenshot and send it to you.
Thank you, appreciate it. Awesome.
But yeah, like imagine the background, it's moving. So and this guy also is moving.
That's clean.
Bro, it probably has been in music videos before.
You've done it?
Yes,
In
but
video?
I haven't posted it yet.
Oh, dude, I
The
can't wait.
video is still coming out. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, because I've done that in photo. I've never done that in video. That's probably sick. Yeah, but and I'm not good at. I hate masking in video, but that's why you're dope and I'm not. But
I hate it too.
you do it though, and you're good at it. You and Ty, bro. Shout out. Can we shout out Ty real quick?
Bro,
Ty
if
is.
somebody is working way harder than anybody that I know,
You're my next guest. Sorry, bro.
if I ever know anybody, like, every time I see his work, I definitely DM him and commend him. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I know how many frames he had to go through
Yep.
just to get out a free video.
Yeah.
I don't think I can ever do that in my
Nope.
life. I don't
It's-
think so. And that blows my mind.
Yeah, and we'll play a little clip here if you're watching on YouTube. If not, so Ty,
Wait, did Ty give you the permission?
man,
I'm just kidding.
we're playing it anyway. But so Ty, he does a lot of After Effects work, a lot of masking, a lot of. He
That
started.
takes a lot of time.
Yeah, and he's done this glow effect, which is crazy. You gotta watch it. You probably have, because he's been getting them numbers up.
That takes a lot. I don't. Even if we're paid, I'm gonna be mad when I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
no, I feel
Like,
you. Dude, I told him the other day, I was like, hey, bro.
But he does it for free, and I'm in my mind. I'm like, man, I
Have you
just
seen-
really have to step my game up.
Have you seen his followers, though? They've been coming up and fast, and he's been getting posted on a lot of. So, and okay.
So it works.
It works.
Yes.
And let's get into that, because I talked about that last one. Free work.
I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in it?
No, I don't.
Let's talk about it. So, when is it okay to do free work? When is it not okay to do free work?
When the only time it's okay for you to do free work is when you're just starting.
Okay.
And by when you're just starting, I mean when you're just taking a few pictures. If you feel like you have a hang of it and your pictures are actually okay, and they're like, I mean, you wouldn't know. First of all, you have to have good friends around you that would tell you, hey man, that picture sucks, regardless.
Yeah.
Even if you worked 15 hours on that picture,
Yeah.
even if you worked so hard,
That's
you
important.
have to have friends that will tell you, hey man,
For sure. You trash.
that don't fly.
Yeah, get better.
Basically. Basically.
I'm a horrible
So free work should only be done. Like, I only did free work until, well, my brother was already paying me, so it kind of don't count.
Yeah.
So, but like, I personally, I think you should never undervalue your work all the way to free. At least get something in return.
Right.
I don't care if it's a shout out from a get something, because free, nobody.
Yeah, a shout out, yeah.
Let me tell you, this is one thing one of my mentors said. You haven't been in there. I wish you had.
Let's go.
But nobody values free. Ooh.
Wait, was that someone you posted on your Instagram before?
No, I have not. Nobody values free work.
Wow.
So,
Wait.
yeah, that's on fire right
That's
there. I
on
was gonna
fire.
put that in my
Nobody-
preview too. Nobody. I've
That's gonna
never
be the
told any
thumbnail,
other
bro.
podcast that. Nobody values free work, and let me explain. This is how you explained it to me, and my mind was blown. If I give you this for free, you wouldn't. I mean, it's an
I
iPhone.
appreciate it.
You're gonna appreciate it. You're gonna love it.
Uh-huh.
But if you drop it, you're not gonna care as much.
Oh.
If it breaks, you're not gonna care as much because it was free.
Yeah.
Now, if I give you this and I say $500, if it breaks, you're gonna be hurt. You're like, damn, I paid
Yeah.
$500 for this. It's cracked.
Yeah.
Basically, in the picture world, if you shoot somebody for free,
Uh-huh.
damn, how was I gonna put this? Oh my God.
You got this, bro.
All right.
Come on.
If you shoot somebody for free, they're not gonna put as much value in it. If they don't pay, because then it's just like, oh well, I was helping him to grow. I was helping him to do this. So it's like it's free work, and I just lost it again. Maybe it's a Red Bull.
There's yeah, you shouldn't have had that Red Bull. Did you eat before you?
No, I did not. I told you I just woke up like
Yeah.
1 hour. So now I'm gonna try my best to finish this because I really want y'all to know this. If you shoot, I mean, yes, shoot for free until you got a hang of it, basically. But when you start to shoot and you're actually good, and one thing I have against shooting for free, I mean, you can collaborate with other creators that's totally fine.
Okay.
That's not shooting for free because you're learning from other creators.
That's good.
You're getting something.
That's good clarity. Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
You're getting something from other creators. Now, if you have a client and you're shooting the client for free, what does a client mean? It has to be paid, right? So if you have a friend that has a business and you're shooting him for free, he has no value to your work. He might tell you, oh my God, I love those pictures. That's not value though.
Right.
That's not value. Now, if he posts your picture, and let's say you get a lot of growth from that. Let's say you get 20 followers, which is a lot, if y'all didn't know. 20 followers. If you get 20 followers from that, I still wouldn't consider that as free because now you gained a new.
You gained something. Yeah.
So what I mean by don't shoot for free is exactly that. You can go and shoot for free, like I just said, but make sure you get something in return.
That's big.
Because, all right, I'm gonna tell you another one.
Ooh,
this one just came in my head. Everybody wants you for a reason.
Well.
For their personal reason.
Yep.
I came to this podcast for my personal reason.
Yeah.
You wanted me on here for your personal reason, and that's why you did it. It's don't think other people put your work or your value first.
Yep.
You have to do that by yourself. You gotta put your
Bro, that is so key.
Cause that's what people. That's when I was still starting. I was like 16, and if somebody called me out to shoot, I'm like, oh damn, I'm the one helping them. Like, oh my God, like I'm doing them a favor.
Yeah.
But really, I wouldn't say they were
It's
using
a mutual.
me.
Oh. Okay.
I wouldn't say they were using me, but I would say they were using me.
Taking advantage of you. Yeah.
Basically, I was being taken advantage of because I believed that, oh, if I help him, then oh my God, then I help him. But nah, you always gotta in the creative world I can speak.
Yeah.
You always gotta put yourself first in what you want. I think.
Yeah.
This is my opinion. Again, I'm the first person on here, so maybe. So you always, from my opinion, you always gotta put yourself first in the creative world.
Especially in the creative world. Because
you think people are gonna take care of you, but they put themselves first too, and you always gotta know that. I mean, it's not they're not hating you. They don't want. I mean, they do want to see you succeed, but it's like you always gotta think about what you want to do first before any other person.
Yeah.
And how your work is gonna affect everybody.
Yeah, and I feel you, and yeah. So the way I put it is. Basically, what you said, I say this. There's something called, in business, there's something called ROI, right?
Return on investment.
Return on investment. So I look at every opportunity with how much return on investment I'm getting. Okay? So let's
take the words right out of my mouth.
So weddings, for example.
Of course.
For me.
Yes.
I hate shooting weddings.
I love shooting weddings.
Okay, dope. I hate it because I get so stressed. I'm like, man, if I miss a shot, they're never going to have this shot. Like, I overthink it, bro.
Yeah.
So for me, my prices for weddings are up to here because I'm not getting anything back. And two, another reason why video and photo in general for weddings is the way it is, it's a high priced market, is because there is no return on investment. And there's no return on investment besides the money for us. Because it's not like we're shooting for a brand that we can say we shot for. You know what I mean?
Basically.
So here's my thing. Return on investment with anything. So for me, I'm a big proponent of free work. Meaning, and
for real?
I put air quotes. Yeah, I put air quotes because, like you said, if you're getting something out of it, it's technically not free.
Yes.
But what I mean is, let me give you the example of the Mavericks, how I got that grade.
Okay.
All right? I haven't talked about
shout out, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw, bro. I didn't even know he was in the stadium, and I saw the video, and then I was like, I know that video.
Dude, he texted me, and he was like, I see you.
Yeah, hey, I see your work, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So how it worked is,
Okay, my bad. I do not want to cut you off.
No, go.
But let's not call that free. Of course it wasn't. But let's say it was. That is not considered free work.
No, yeah.
Because do you know how many people saw you work that day?
Yeah. And no, yeah. Let me get into it. So it wasn't even free. I got paid. Don't. I got paid.
Hey.
I gotta check. But here's the thing. They paid me. The first thing was they paid me to shoot it, and the first agreement was that they were gonna edit it. Okay, and so I was just gonna shoot all the content, and their inner team was gonna edit it all, so they can save money.
Yeah.
But I said, you know what? I'm gonna go through the trouble of editing it anyways for the same price, free. But now I have a lasting relationship with them, and I'm their go-to video
investment.
There you go. So that's, I feel like, when it's key. You know what I mean? When you're strategically knowing what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Facts, man. We say so much facts on
Dude,
there.
like, this is straight up facts. Can I get some?
Yeah, you might.
That's a bit loud. I'm sorry.
But yeah,
And I can't
straight
really
up
hear because I have the
facts,
headphones
bro.
on.
Yeah,
The
straight
great
up
headphones on.
facts.
Janky headphones.
Janky.
You like that?
I saw that yesterday. I was like, what?
I want this to be a thing. Like, this is gonna be my first merch.
Janky.
It's gonna be like just janky headphones. But so, yeah, I think
Straight up
Freework-
facts.
Freework is important, and I'm glad. I like how you said just don't undervalue what you're doing, and don't let anyone undervalue. Because I don't know about you, but I've been in the business for a minute, and when I started out, I did get taken advantage of.
Oh, of course.
Like you said,
Of course. Everybody. Well, most people.
Majority of people do, and that's how you learn. You know what I mean? That's how you learn to value your work when somebody undervalues your work.
Because then you're like, man, I put so much hours into this, and I only got $50. Come on.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy, but that's dope though. And I want to get into this, and so I want to do this little segment, and I'm calling it. I don't know if you've watched. I'm gonna shout out Hot Ones from Complex.
Yeah,
So we're gonna talk. Let's do explain that gram. All right. I wanna know the backstory behind this. These pictures. And we're gonna start out with this legendary photo right here that I was very jealous of because I stopped working for his company literally 2 weeks before this.
Yeah.
But
I could have got that picture too.
for all you that are watching this, it's Mark Cuban, everybody, and he's just saying what up. He's smiling, cheesing. Mark Cuban is
very
cheesing.
happy.
So you could tell they had a little. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time.
That's for the listeners that aren't watching. That's
It's
what
me
it
and
is.
Mark Cuban taking a selfie, you know.
Explain that, Graham. What's the story behind that, bro?
Okay, so he left our job. He quit, which really made me sad.
I'm sorry, bro.
For 2 weeks. But yeah, you know, he had bigger things. You know, I pushed him on. You know,
Dang.
making him go harder. But yeah, let's go. So I just finished editing a video for a company called CF Foundation. It's a cystic fibrosis.
Oh, you
It's
killed that, by the way.
Thank you, man. So we didn't know Mark Cuban was at the event. So we went to go watch our. I mean, it was like, okay, so we edited this video and we have tickets, because the tickets was like about $500 a piece.
Damn.
So like we could resell this, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was like, I kind of want to go watch my work and see how other people reacted to it.
Yeah.
So bam, we get there. You know, I'm in my nice suit, my red suit. I sold it now, so I'm kind of. I don't have any suit. But yeah, I'm in that red suit, and next thing you know, I heard somebody, like, I was getting food in line, and somebody was like, "Oh, you know Mark is here?" And I was like, "Oh," like, just listening with the back of my head. He was like, "Oh, what Mark? Oh, the Dallas Maverick guy." I said, I turned my head around, like, "What?"
Dang.
He said, "Oh yeah, he's down there." I was like, "What?" So then I saw him. I was like, "Oh my God, it's Mark Cuban." So I was like, "Do I go take a selfie or do I do what?" And Noble, my dude, is another great guy. One of my mentors was like, "Nah, don't do that. That's gonna make you look like a fanboy." So I was like, "Nah, all right." But I did get to see Mark Cuban, right? So
Yeah.
So then after the film played, we had a lot of people crying
Your
because
film?
it was well, my company's film.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people crying and everything. After the film played, they did a fundraiser after that. And Mark Cuban was like, "Oh my God, this film touched me." And he donated a lot of money. Wow. So then afterwards, I went to go see him. So Noble, my dude, introduced me because Noble knows him. And he was like, "Oh man, this is the guy that made the film." At that time I was 16, so he was like, he's 16 and this is what he made. And Mark Cuban,
Bro,
was
isn't that the best? When
Bro.
people say you're super young,
bro,
I didn't want to
and
explain
other
it for that
people
reason.
were like, what? And when you put that on the flyer, you know how many people?
Oh yeah, that's why I put it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Clickbait. You gotta
Come on,
Yeah.
market it. Come
So like he was like, "Oh my God, like if I had to tell you one advice, it's just to keep going, bro. Like it might just sound so simple from a billionaire."
That's what he said.
He said it might sound simple from a billionaire, but my one advice to you is just to keep going. You're very young. You started early. I love that. Just keep going. Like, keep working hard. Keep ready to outwork your competition. I said this on other podcasts, too, so.
Go ahead.
Keep ready to So it's not like I'm repeating anything. Keep ready to outwork your competition. You shouldn't have I believe in competition. I'm sorry.
And that's
You're
what
not
this event that I'm putting out, it's a competition, so.
I believe in competition. Yeah. There is a competition. Mm-hmm. Keep ready to, and a billionaire does too, so maybe, I don't know, I'm doing something right. Keep ready to outwork your competition. And it's so simple. Like, in my mind, I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. But I was young, right? Yeah. But now that I am grown, I'm still young. I'm still growing. Now I'm like, oh wow, like really, if you keep ready, let's say you post a picture today, I'm like, damn, that picture is fire. Uh-huh. Tomorrow, I'm like, all right, bet. So now, let me tell you an actual situation which happened 3 days ago. So for a long time, I've been figuring out a way to get on articles to get verified. Uh-huh. Not because it's materialistic or anything. It's just been one of my goals on Instagram. Yeah. So then, check. Yes, one of my friends recently got it.
Dang. Do I know?
He's a musician. No, you don't. Okay. And I was happy for him, but at the same time, I was pissed. Yeah. Not in a bad. Yes, in a bad way. I was kind of really jealous.
It's a competition.
I was jealous. You know what I did that night? I did not sleep.
Dang.
Like, I was like, oh no. Like, if he got it, not to be jealous or anything, but I was, because I'm still young, so I get that pass. I was really jealous. I was pissed. The whole night I spent hours. Yeah. Like, I woke up at 1 o'clock. Actually, it was this past Friday. Oh, really? When I woke up, when you posted the picture.
Oh yeah, you woke
around
up
12.
Late. Yeah.
Right. Because I didn't sleep until 9 a.m. because I was pissed, bro. Yes, in a jealousy way. I'm gonna stop saying that. I was jealous and I was pissed. Yeah. And I was like, I texted him congratulations and stuff because I knew how to get it, how he got it. So I'm like, okay, so now I gotta keep working hard because if he got it, what's stopping me from getting it? Yeah. We have the same amount of audience, same amount of followers. Mm-hmm. How come he got it and I didn't? That means I told myself that means I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. I was probably not, but now I believe that I am doing something wrong because if I don't have it and he has it, maybe, God is just trying to say it's not your time yet. Mm-hmm. But in my mind, I'm like, nah, man, I gotta work harder. Like, the whole night I spent Googling, just researching ways to make your Instagram pop, ways to get articles on big publications. And speaking about that, I did find one great article. A great publication. It's the Entrepreneur Africa, the Africa version of the Entrepreneur.com. And they are featuring me in their magazine.
Come on. And that's dope, bro.
Yeah. And that was only through one night. So that just, I'm gonna pause again and say, that just shows how much hard work you put when you really want something. Yeah. You can go get it. Like, first of all, you're in America. I come from an immigrant place where my mindset is already greater than yours if you're an American. Yep. Like, I'm already ready to outwork you. Mm-hmm. No facts. Because you have been given everything from day one. You have light, you have electricity, you can go anywhere you want, basically. Yeah. But I didn't have that from day one. We didn't have light in Nigeria. Sometimes we did once or twice a week. We had to hustle, like real hustle for everything we had. And I think for my parents for that, basically. Yeah. And I'm ready to outwork everybody. And from that, it's just like, that whole night I spent just to get one article, a whole night of sleep that you were sleeping. I spent that one night to just get one article. But I wouldn't tell you that I reached out to about 75 articles. I will only tell you that I only got one because that's what sounds nice. But the whole night, I spent the whole night finding, researching, hitting up 75 publications just to get that one. Yeah. And that just shows the hard work I was ready to put in just to get a blue check. Yeah. And now to me, I'm realizing that the blue check is really, it's good. Yeah. Like, I would love to have it, but now I really don't want it that much. Because now I'm like, okay, so it does this, yeah, that's cool. But if I'm willing to put in that hard work, that means I can put my hard work towards something else that's gonna actually bring me money, or that's gonna actually like better myself and my Instagram profile. So I was like, I still want the blue check though. Instagram, if you're listening, which you are,
Yeah.
give
Put
your
that
boy a
check
blue
on.
check.
Yeah. That's dope though. And
I've been scared to apply though, because now you can.
Oh,
You can. Yeah. You can
just have
request a verification, and you need a photo ID or something like that. And I've been so scared to do it.
Because technically, verification is just verifying that you're the real person, right?
Basically,
But
yes.
it's become this clout token, really.
And I want that cloud.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a cloud
We all do.
chaser.
Yeah.
I'm a cloud chaser. I'm not proud of it, but I'm a cloud chaser. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, wait. So we're gonna go ahead and stop real quick one more time, and then we'll go into a couple more grams that I want to hit. Dude, that's so dope though. I do think that a key part in competition and having friendly competition, there's nothing wrong with it, and I do think it drives people. Like, it drove you,
Of
to
course.
get on that article. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But as you grow, I think you learn something I've learned is that it's good to have competition, but also have a small circle that you can be like genuinely happy for. You know what I mean? Like my small circle right now, Low-Key Breezy, Brian, the singer, Ty,
He's dope.
Ty,
My
and
favorite.
Ty's a legend, the Red Beats legend, and you know Pastor Vincent. But those three, if they blow up tomorrow,
They're not
going to drive competition.
Yeah.
And I have to
Yeah.
allow that because if
Of
not,
course.
it's not
You're
gonna
gonna crash.
Yeah.
I think.
But so yeah, and I feel like we can get off that topic. But anyways, because I can go on forever. Okay, I need you to explain this, Grant.
Is it one with the cars?
No,
Okay, good.
this is another little cameo.
I'm gonna just say right now, before you hear it anywhere else, I'm a fake flexer, and I'm gonna explain that when he shows the
Oh, are we
ground.
talking about that? Okay,
We
right.
can go into
I
that
think it's
later
funny.
on, but I'm gonna explain
Why?
a reason. Yes.
Okay, so we got a photo right here. It is a selfie with Michael Blackson.
Oh.
Michael Blackson, comedian, legend,
Yeah.
really funny. So how'd you meet him? What's the story behind that one?
So this is when Arnold was just starting out photography.
Whoa.
Arnold is my brother. He's a photographer, video. No, he doesn't do photography anymore. He's just video expert.
He's a
blah, blah, blah.
legend, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. You can go check him out. I don't care. It's all about me. I'm just playing. So he was just starting out photography, and he was like, "Hey man, do you want to go to Addison?" I'm like, "Cause we're new." I mean, I was. He's been here more longer than me.
Gotcha.
So I was new to America. I was like, "Yeah, let's go tour." I mean, I love this country. I'm trying to see what's up.
Yeah.
So we went, and my accent is fake. I'm gonna just let y'all know right now. I made this up because I had to fit in with the bullying and stuff in middle school. But yeah, so we're on our way to Addison, and we start shooting. Michael Blackson is big in Africa. He's
Is he?
an idol, yeah. Like,
wow. I didn't know that.
And because he claims it from Ghana, which is the country beside
Yeah, I have
Nigeria.
a couple friends that are from there. Yeah.
Hey, Chima is from Nigeria.
Chima's from
yeah.
there.
So he's really big. Like we knew who he was in Nigeria. We knew him as a comedian that made Africa proud type
Yeah.
of stuff. So from there we was like, I saw him and I was like, I know this guy from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Who's this? And it turns out that it was Michael Blackson. So and he was with a couple of people, a couple of famous people. They said air
Dang.
quotes. They said they were famous, but we didn't know
Wasn't-
them. So
yeah.
they were kind of pissed that we didn't take a picture with them.
Uh-huh.
'Cause,
Oh, bro.
I mean, I could have. The smart thing with the B was to take a picture.
You
with them.
remember when we did that once?
Which one? With who?
The ice cream shop?
No.
Right next to the eye?
Oh.
Wait, finish your story. Yeah, what
But yeah. So
We'll talk about that.
so oh yeah, I remember this.
That's so stupid, bro.
What was I about to say? Okay, so yeah, we took a picture with Michael Blackson. We thank him for being an inspiration and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it. I mean, it wasn't a special story like my
Yeah.
Cuban was, but yeah,
Which is cool.
Yeah, it was
So,
cool.
man,
It was cool. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick before I ask you another question.
So let's go into the ice cream stuff so we can get it out the way.
So I'll tell the story first, and then you can verify. So we were shooting so for the building we were working in, it's called 211, and we were shooting, I think, B-roll of the whole area around it, because part of the video was kind of to say, this is something that's happening. Here's everything that's around it. Oh, that was a nice one. Oh, I could feel it. Ooh, come on.
I gotta get the focus right. Yeah, keep going. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so we were going around with the Osmo, right? That's what it's called.
Yes.
The
It was a GoPro.
Yeah, it was a GoPro, and we were getting like a time lapse. So we go and we stop at this gelato place right next to the Eyeball in Dallas, and
Is that what they call gelato ice cream?
I think that was a gelato place.
Okay. What is a gelato? Sorry, I'm
like
not from here.
It's like a
get a
thicker
pass.
ice cream, I think.
Okay.
There's less air in the ice cream.
Okay.
I know this because I'm a fatty. But so.
But you've been working out,
Dude, yeah, I was a fatty, and now I'm getting better. But we stopped at the plus spot, and the guy asked us what we do, and we said, we're famous YouTubers or something like that. I don't remember.
We're famous on Instagram. We have over 1 million followers.
Dude, he
It's
killed
not
me.
good to lie.
Yeah, and
Don't
then
say that right now.
bro, and then we said, can we get an ice cream, and we'll put it on our million page.
And the man gave us the ice
He
cream.
gave us an ice cream, but we just kept it, and we never posted it, obviously, because we don't have a million.
But you know,
It was part of the video, though.
yeah,
It was part of the time lapse.
yeah. So he got some exposure.
Yeah. But yeah, don't lie, but that was a good story. Sure, not getting too loud again, but
Yeah.
okay, explain that gram number 3. Here we go.
All right.
Okay, so yes, I do want to talk about your obsession with cars. And so there's this photo right here. It came out July 3rd, 2018.
That's my birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Bet. Okay. It's for the listeners.
Yeah.
You're not seeing this, but he is looking down in what looks like a black jacket.
Yeah.
In between a private jet and I don't even know what Maserati.
Yeah. It's the 2017 one.
2017 Maserati, and it was 2018, so it was pretty new.
Yeah, very new.
So tell me the story. What was?
So we were on a shoot. So that one would not qualify as fake flexing.
Okay.
First,
Y'all
I'm
actually had it.
gonna explain it. Yes, because I actually had it for that day. We were on a shoot. It was a private jet shoot, and it was for a client that wanted to
Oh, that was the IV thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nuvo.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna shout them out.
Yeah, no, it's good.
No,
Alright.
yeah, it's
I'm
good.
just playing.
But they had an ad idea that they wanted to make it seem prestigious and luxury. So we executed. So during that day, we had a Maserati. We had 2 private jets actually.
Mm-hmm.
We had another Range Rover, and we had a couple of cars. And we had my brother's 2015
That's a dope.
2004 Mustang. Let's get that right. So it's kind of nice. So, I mean, we were done shooting in the location, and I was like, I mean, I was here. Might as well take a picture with it because it kind of looks cool. So that's exactly what I did. And, I mean, in the comment, I tried not to make it seem like that's me or like I actually rented, because I did not rent that jet.
Yeah.
I did not rent the cars. I did not pay for anything. I was just there to shoot, and after my shoot, I got a picture, and that was it.
Yeah.
I didn't try to claim, I just came back from my private jet.
Yeah, no, he wasn't like that. Yeah.
So that's not what I qualify as fake flexing. But I do fake flex.
Yeah.
I will explain.
Talk about that. Why? How? With what?
So now, before I get into this,
Let's define what is a fake flex.
a fake flex is claiming, let me not say claiming, using something you don't have and saying it's yours. Before I get into that,
We're about to throw shots.
knowledge is power.
Wow.
I'm gonna say that very raw. Before I say anything about the fake flexing, without knowledge, you can't have money. If my screen breaks right now, not to use this example again, if my screen breaks right now, the man that's fixing it has more knowledge than me. That's why he's fixing it, and that's why he deserves my $70. The reason I'm saying this because I just cracked my screen yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, it's
So,
relatable, fresh on your mind. Okay.
That's why it's so fresh on my mind, because I was pissed. I paid the man $70. It took him only 5 minutes to fix. 5 minutes for $70?
'Cause we can't
I'm
do it.
really cheap. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I was about to get into. Knowledge is power.
Wow.
Using your knowledge for good use your knowledge for good, bad, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. But use your knowledge and figure out how to get more knowledge. So, okay, now let me get into the fake flexing.
Okay.
The fake flexing is from knowledge.
Wow.
I'm going to explain. One thing that I do a lot of studies on Instagram, study a lot of people on Instagram. I've studied you once on Instagram. studied how he posts.
part trash.
So let me explain.
You're probably continue.
I studied 15 group of people.
I made the cut.
No, not this one. Another group he did. 15 Generation Z people. I studied how they post. I mean, I asked permission. I'm not just. What's it called? Yeah, I'm not lurking. I guess. Yeah. I asked for permission. I'm gonna study them. Okay, so what do these people like on a common basis? This is my knowledge part that's kicking in. What do these people
Like physically like on Instagram? Gotcha.
What do they like on Instagram? What do they follow?
Okay.
And these are like random people. Like you can be 15 and you're white, and you can be 17 and you're black. It was random. Like in a group amount of what's it called? Blah, blah, blah. It was a group amount. So I studied them, and I noticed a consistency that these people like what they want to be and what they see themselves as.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's not a good thing. I promise you, it's not a good thing. You should always want to be yourself, and Instagram is a fake world. I'm going to say that right now, and I'm just playing my part.
It's a highlight reel.
So, exactly. So, they like what they want to see. Let me say that again. They like what they want to be. They like, okay, so now, for a girl now, she's 17. I did a study on her. I'm not going to say her name because that's me.
Yeah.
What she liked most was booty pics of Instagram models, Instagram baddies, because that's what she imagined herself being.
Wow.
So I took notes of that. Okay. So then I saw another guy. What does he like? What does he like on his Instagram? Floyd Mayweather when he's throwing money up.
That's interesting.
Floyd Mayweather when he's giving money to somebody, or when he's funny stuff too, comedy.
Yeah.
That's what they like on Instagram. Like Generation Z. I'm gonna repeat.
Yeah.
Am I good?
You're good.
Okay. That's what they like on Instagram, basically. So I figure out, okay, so if I'm trying to build an influence around these people, what is the best way to get them to like me, or to like what I'm doing, or to understand what I'm doing? And I figured out, okay, so what if I actually took a car and posted and said, okay, so now before I get into this, I don't actually say it's my car. You can go read my captions.
Yeah. Fact check.
But I do this because of the clickbait. It's called a clickbait.
Yeah.
A clickbait is when you want somebody to click on something because that's what they want to be, or that's what they want to see. So when younger generations, when they go through my profile, oh my God, they see 3 cars. They see a Maserati. They see a private jet.
Yep.
Guess what they start to think? That's what they want to be like.
Wow.
They don't even matter reading, because I have a lot of DMs, I can pull them up, of people saying, wow, like, I want to be like you. No, you don't, bro. I promise you, you don't want to be like me. I go through a lot every day.
Yeah.
You do not want to be like me. But the way I've set up my Instagram is to make sure that you want to be like me at a younger age. It is not a good thing. I promise you, it is not a good thing. But
It helps grow.
it works.
It works.
It works. It works like magic.
Yeah.
But before I continue, I do not recommend fake flexing.
Yeah.
I've kind of reduced it to an amount.
You have.
But this is what I'll say this now. Fake flexing isn't the way to go, but it is a way. I would not recommend it though.
Here's what I'll say though about your fake flexing. You're not.
I'm not
going
saying
out-
it's mine.
No, you're not saying it's yours. You're not going out and actually renting the stuff.
Oh, I
happen
did.
to be
I
around
actually
it.
did.
Oh, you did
Yeah.
once? Oh, okay.
I rented a Corvette, a 2018 Corvette. I didn't like it.
But for majority of your stuff,
Of course,
it's
yeah,
stuff
keep
that
going.
like you are like the
Around.
plane and the Maserati. It was
I was-
there,
I-
so you took a click. You know what I mean?
Perfect. So that's why some of them on my Instagram, like if you see actual car, like the Corvette picture, that's not fake flexing because I was actually around it.
Yeah.
I actually got to sit in it. So it's just me taking a picture.
Yeah.
Then your brain does the 2 + 2. I don't do any work here on my Instagram. Your imagination does all the work for me. You come to my profile, the first thing you say is, wow, look at this guy. Look at what he's doing. First thing I get, when you go to my Instagram profile, the first picture that people like for newcomers is my Forbes picture. If you read my Forbes caption, it literally says, I want to be here in 16 years. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
But that's a clickbait, and I use my clickbait smartly to make you click on it. Because now, if you just going through my Instagram and you see, wow, this guy's on Forbes, that's the first thing your head is gonna tell you. But in the caption,
go deeper.
it doesn't. The younger generation, they want things right there. They don't want to actually have to click and read. Reading is not their thing. I keep my captions short as possible. Reading is not their thing.
Gotcha.
But I do tell them, like, this is Photoshop. This picture was taken by this person. This is Photoshop. I don't want you to think this is me now, but I use it as a clickbait. It's not the right way to go. But it is a way.
And I do think the way you do it, like you said, it isn't with ill intention.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
because there are some people that will do it and say, "Oh yeah, this is mine right now."
Yeah, or like they'll take a picture of the mansion and be like, "This is where I live." You usually actually make it comedic in a way and make it funny. So I do enjoy that.
For my
and that's
maybe
and I feel like the people that maybe I'm
special,
but when I see that and when I see, for example, man, I don't even remember. But you'll make funny captions when it comes to something you know is like outrageous. You know what I mean? Like the plane in the Maserati. That was a throwback. So it wasn't the same
my birthday.
caption before. But you know, I do think eventually the authenticity part of it does come in play. But it's stupid to say that all of us don't fake to some degree. Because the truth is, even people, and for me, I handle Instagram differently.
That's why it's Instagram. Like, it's your highlight reel.
Yeah.
You want to show the best part of you.
Yeah.
You don't want to show you when you're actually striving, and when you just want to show, like, on my Instagram, I didn't post when I hard work for 75 articles, like when I applied for TEDx or anything like that. I didn't show any of that. But I did show the one that, and people were like, "Oh, congrats." But they didn't know how much hard work I had to put. Because nobody wants to see that, to be honest. They just want to see you succeed. And succeed by I mean, they just want to see you do big things, basically.
And that's something I want to go into in a minute. But that being said,
facts. We just speak
straight
facts
up. Let's go. And here's the thing. Let's put in perspective with you creatives, right? That maybe you don't have a personal account. Let's say you do have a photography account. You take... For me, when I go on a photo shoot for a portrait, I probably take about 800 to 1,000 frames. 3 get posted.
I actually don't like that.
What do you mean?
3 shouldn't get posted. I think 1.
Okay, 3 or 1. That's the point.
Okay. I thought you were trying to go into like why you post 3.
No.
Sorry, I apologize.
I stopped doing that too because I used to do rows. I don't like that anymore. But okay, so the point is, you're taking 1,000 shots. 999 are trash. 1 is good enough to make your Instagram. So I feel like, to put this in perspective for creatives, there is fake flexing in the creative world. You know, Peter McKinnon isn't going to post a video he doesn't like. You know what I mean? He isn't going to post all the bad shots. But it's not out of ill intent. It's out of, I want to be proud of what's on my portfolio. Because this is what it is. It's a public portfolio of your life. if you're a creative, dude, you need to be my hype man. Even when you're not the guest, I need you like over my shoulder because I'm gonna like sample it and I'm gonna put facts. It's gonna be one of the sounds.
All right, let's get it right.
Do it.
Facts.
Wait, get closer.
Facts.
Hey, I'm clipping that. So you know how Gary Vee's a thing. And for creatives, I feel like
you got to listen to that, man.
You gotta listen to Gary. But I do want to get into this, and I've changed since we hung out back in the day, and my ideology from hustle, grind has changed a little bit. I think as you just grow, you just learn a little bit more about it. And here's my thing: I used to stay up all night, but then I realized if I go to sleep early and I wake up earlier, I feel more productive throughout the entire day, and I can get 8 to 10 really solid productive hours as opposed to 8 to 10, I'm really sleepy and I should get to sleep, but I want to work anyways and try to get. That's something I came up with. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this subject has been coming up because of Gary Vee and how hype he is. And as always, when there's somebody doing great things, there's always going to be hate. But I do see some truth in the hate he's been getting, and it's made this whole wave called like hustle porn. Like the whole idea of you have to hustle 24/7, 24/7. And again, his Gary Vee has a highlight reel. You know what I mean? He doesn't post about when he's with his family. He doesn't post about all this. So let's keep that in mind. But do you think that there needs to be some? You have to work 24/7, and it's okay if you do, because obviously, like different people have different things, and I do think there needs to be a level of hustle to make it. You know what I mean? But do you think that maybe it's a little overdone nowadays? Like you have to work 24/7. Like what's your view on it? Because I know you're super driven like me.
Everybody wants to be great. Everybody wants to be happy.
Okay.
From Gary Vee, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be happy. If you think putting in 8 hours a day of your hustle will make you happy, go ahead.
That's good.
I don't think that will help me, but damn, I'm still growing. Like I'm young. Like it might not help. I mean, it might help me now, but it might not help me in the future. But I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
For right now, cause I'm younger.
Just going.
To be honest, I just want to keep going.
Yeah.
I just want to.
And you enjoy it, right?
Too sometimes, not every time, but like the hustle. I'm with Gary Vee. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Nah, I think you should hustle until you can't.
Yeah.
Until you have to reduce it because you're like getting tired. You don't like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Then go down to 8 hours. Not like 8 hours is a bad thing. Like that's dope. Go down to 8 hours. You know, spend some other times with your family.
Yeah.
Do what makes you happy. You only have one life.
Yeah.
For those of you that believe otherwise, feel free.
That's good.
You only have one life.
Yeah.
I love to hustle. Because I'm gonna put it this way. If you see where I come from and you spend one day
This is good. Yeah.
down there, you will come back here and you will work 24 hours in your McDonald's job. Because that's all you get. My mother, she was a teacher in Nigeria, right? From a teacher, she got promoted to headmaster.
Wow.
Great. Shout out, Mom.
That's like the principal, right?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, principal.
I like headmaster.
Headmaster.
Way cool.
Yeah, that's what we call it back then. She got promoted. Guess her salary per month in dollars.
I don't know.
$42 for a principal. $42 every month. 42 times 12. That's not gonna be more than what you get at your McDonald's job.
Wow.
In 1 month. I tell you that. For a principal of a school, $42. And she had 3 kids. She had a house. So it's not like the hustle is just like, it's because I'll say it like this. Most people in America, and the reason why the hustle thing is like, oh, just hustle, is because they haven't put themselves in that situation yet. Go one day and work down there.
Yeah.
They will make you work yourself off.
Yeah.
Cause there's no time for all of that. I need a rest. I need to go eat. Eat when you get home. Like there's no break. Drink.
Good.
Eat. Like for real. Like no.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference because that's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Seeing okay, so if she's making 42, like damn, we come to America. A job at Collin, which is a college I go to, $10 an hour. It's like you work 4 hours, you already made what my mom made in a month.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not work 15 hours? Why not work 40 hours? Because it's like, if she made $40 and she's let me say this again, the principal, the headmaster of the school, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, and you getting 40. So guess how much the teachers was getting then? If she was getting 42. So it's like, the hustle was always there because of that reason.
Because of how you were raised. Yeah.
So I feel like that's why I differ because I've seen both sides.
Yep.
And I will always choose this side, the America. I will always choose America because I know how many opportunity it creates.
Yeah.
I know that if I stay up all night and try to figure something out, it might not work for everybody. I'm gonna just say this right now.
That's huge.
If I stay up all night, I can definitely figure out how I want to I can do better than my parents, which is not a competition, but my parents do want me to do better than them.
Yeah.
It's like that's what keeps me going.
That's good.
If I make $42 today, I'm happy. I made more than my mom in a month.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so how can I make this though? How can I make that $42 without putting in work?
Yeah.
That's my drive. That's why that one article, the reason I did it, the reason I spent all night working on it, because that article is featured in a magazine. That magazine opens doors for me.
For sure.
People read the magazine and they're like, who's this kid? Oh, wow, he does video. That's a door open for me. So that's opportunity that I can sacrifice 7 hours of sleep for. Again, it does not work for everybody. It does not work for everybody.
I like what you said though, and I think the importance in that, I think it's important how you said, go and work until you can't, until you realize I gotta step back. And that's,
of course,
that's huge, because I'm the same way, in the fact that like, I believe, and this is something Pastor Vincent teaches me.
Oh yeah.
And it's like rhythm, right? And this concept changed my way of thinking, because I used to think time management, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Let's go and let's just grind. But then he was like, you have to understand that there's seasons and there's rhythms. You're gonna have a rhythm or a season where it's go grind hard, go, and you'll know when it's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You feel it.
And then you have seasons where you can rest a little bit. So I think it's important to know yourself and try it, because I do think hard work is the only way to get anywhere. And I'm with Gary Vee, and I'm with
Mark Cuban.
Everybody who's made something work their butt off. But I do feel what makes them great and what increases their longevity is understanding. Because for me, for example, when I would get in my seasons of like go hard all night, all morning, go. I got in a car crash once. I don't know if you remember, but I literally hadn't had 3 nights of sleep. I didn't sleep for 3 nights. I was shooting a video for Concrete Cowboy that night. Came back home at like 3 a.m. That's a funny story. So some person like popped the bottle. It was my first time in the club.
Yeah.
And some person popped a bottle of champagne and just poured it off. So I was like full of champagne and whatnot. But anyways, the next morning I was super tired and drowsy. And my brakes, like, it wasn't just me, but you know what I realized, what I'm getting to is whenever I can't go any further, my body will tell me.
Realize.
You know what I mean? I'll either get sick. That always happens to me. I'll get like a cold.
Yeah.
Or something will happen like that. But I feel like I'm with you. I'm Team Gary Vee. You know this. Did you know Gary Vee before me?
Actually, no.
There you go. So I'm big on Gary Vee.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a touchy subject. So I wanted to get your take on it.
Of course.
But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead.
But do you? If your drive was bigger, like if you knew what you were pursuing, and it was bigger than your sleep, do you think? I don't know how I want to put this question. It's complicated, but yeah, we're about to go into a break.
I was about to take a break. Yeah.
Let's take a break. I'm gonna think about it.
We'll be right back. Think about it for a couple minutes. I'm gonna get some coffee. Y'all should get some coffee and listen to Sponsored.
Are you a Dallas local business trying to reach the creative community? Maybe you're not in Dallas but want to target the creative audience. Well, this is the spot to do so. The Uninspired podcast is for photographers, videographers, fashion designers, and anyone interested in the creative space. Throughout our podcast, we have multiple 30-second spots that you can own. This spot right here could be me talking about your product or service. We currently have about 100 overall listeners and viewers, and when we have guests, we project thousands of listeners that will tune in. If you're interested and want more information, email us at podcastuninspired@gmail.com, and I'll give you our prices for these spots. Become a sponsor for the podcast today, and more importantly, start a relationship with us now. So as we continue to grow, your brand can too.
So Aaron, thank you for, if you want to sponsor the cast, go ahead and do that. But yeah, we're back into it. You said, what'd you say in the little
so
break?
much taller than me.
Huh?
You're taller than me. I just noticed that now. Makes me look
When
like
we're
a
sitting,
kid.
because you got taller legs than me. I think I have a taller torso.
I gotta sit like this. I'm just like, all right, yeah. What I was saying during the break, which one? I said a lot of things.
What about your homie?
Hadid?
Ooh.
Hadid is a photographer in DFW.
I've met him and we worked together.
Yeah, and what I wanted to say about him And the reason I'm giving him this is because he started a brand, a clothing brand also.
Whoa.
It's called...
No sponsors, bro.
No sponsors. But
I'm fine, go ahead.
World Goals is what it's called.
Okay.
And he was the first person that believed in my scholarship idea and wanted to help me develop more.
Yeah.
And his clothing brand matches so much with my scholarship idea. And it's like, I just got to thank him.
Yeah.
'Cause
thank you, D.
I
Let's
thank
go
him
ahead
a lot,
and
but
give applause
yeah.
for you. And he's really dope. And he's such a sweet guy.
What's his views by Adidas, is that name?
He changed it?
What was it called?
Hadid Hakeem. Oh, that was his personal.
Oh, personal. That's his personal. And his photography page is Views by Hadid. That's all my sponsors. That's all my shout outs.
All right, bet. Well, I think we should get into... I want to get into the Q&A segment of the podcast. Thank you for everybody who asked the question. Here we go. I hope they're still
I
there.
know Daniela asked the question.
Yeah, she did. Daniela Wolf, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with Daniela because she shows some support. She's dope. At Daniela Wolf asked this: what is the best advice and the worst advice you've ever received? And we'll start with you, and then I'll say mine.
Let me start with the worst. Actually, no, you start. Because I
What?
gotta think about it.
I was gonna use your time to think about it.
Okay.
You're
Wait,
good. Okay.
1 second. Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So basically, the best advice I've ever received is to work hard. I think that's the best advice for anybody who's trying to pursue this, and also that goes hand in hand with. Somebody told me, I think it was PV, when I started doing photography and video, it was for YouTube a long time ago, and I went into it last time, and like I had a channel that was trash. It was like I had a little camcorder,
Really?
and I would
What did
review.
you do?
You remember the Soulscape, the little like board I had?
Oh, yeah,
I did a review on
yeah.
that. Like it was stupid, and I did like Beyblade trick shots. I was like 12, but I was really into YouTube, and I didn't know you could make money off of it. But anyways. He told me, PV told me, you know, you have to see yourself as more than just an artist. And I think this is huge because with every, like a photographer, we touched on our last podcast, but you are a artist and a business. So you have to learn about business in order to really succeed.
Knowledge
learn about
is power.
Knowledge is power. ROI, like ROI, dude, when I heard Gary Vee say that, when it comes to like, free work, like return on investment, that is huge. So for me, my best advice would be to know that you're an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? You are.
You're not just a photographer.
Yeah. So you have to act that way, and you have to know what you're worth. That's perfect the way you put it before. Don't undervalue your work. Worst advice I've ever received.
I'm gonna struggle with that one.
Yeah, I know it's hard because.
All right, let me tell you my best thing.
All right, yeah, go.
My best was the value one. No, you should always put yourself first.
That's awesome.
And know that other people want you for one reason, and you have to know the reason you want them back. And by the way, I figured out who said that. That was Ayn Rand. It was a book I read by Ayn Rand. You know her?
Yeah.
She's smart.
Yeah.
So she said, like,
I don't know her.
a lot of people would tell you, she reads a lot of books.
Yeah.
A lot of people would tell you, oh yeah, you know, I'm doing this for you, but nobody's ever doing it for you. They're doing it for themselves.
Yep. That's a fact.
And you have to figure out what you want out of that person.
Mm-hmm.
What do I want out of this podcast, you ask? I want exposure.
Mm. And likewise, I think it's a mutual, and this is collaboration. You know what I mean? You're gonna give me,
Because I know
your
this
audience.
is not free. I know this is not free. I did not walk in here for free because I know that once this go up, I can use that as another publication.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Now I'm on Instagram's radar.
Yep.
Okay, so a lot of people are interviewing this guy. Who's this guy?
Yep.
He's this, bang, 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 bang.
Dude, and I would give that advice to people, and this is the reason I wanted to make a podcast. It
Of
was,
course.
To help. You're a little more established in the city. I'm pretty sure you have everybody knows you.
Nobody knows me.
No, a lot of people know you, but for even photographers on the come up that aren't known, like I want to have them on the podcast to give them.
Sorry, guys.
I want to have them on the podcast. I tell people I want to be the Adam 22 of creative. Like that's kind of what I want to do. And I feel like to do that, this is where the collaboration, and I need the big dogs of the city as well to give me or to help me grow as well.
You got the wrong one. I'm not the big
Bro,
dog.
you're one of them, bro. Shut up. Okay.
I try to be.
So worst advice.
My worst advice would probably be take a break. You know, you're here now in America. Don't worry. You don't have to work as much hard
dude.
as you know.
Bro.
All you gotta do is just relax, you know. Take your time, enjoy, go to parties. When I was in high school, you would never catch me at a party because guess what? I was like, nah, man. I didn't go to prom, bro.
I went, but it was
Because I was like, first of all, I'm gonna say this out loud. I am a cheap person. I drive a 2001 Corolla, which is not on my Instagram.
Hey,
There's
man,
a reason for
I
that.
like the car.
Oh yeah, it's good on gas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very cheap, and my prom tickets were about like $120. That might be cheap for some of y'all, but to me, I was like, that's my mom's salary for like 3 months.
You wanna know my hustle? I got the girl's parents to pay for mine. So that's the only reason I went. So I feel you.
I probably would have gone if that was the case for me, but I was like,
No, yeah, that's why.
in high school, I was like, that's the worst advice, and it was from one of my teachers.
Wow.
I was never good in school. I'm gonna say this right. My GPA was like a 2 point something, but I did graduate early because I had the knowledge of how to get there early, but I didn't have the knowledge to pay attention in class.
Yeah.
Now that's my fault coming, or what do they call it?
Shortcoming?
Yeah. Thank you. That's my shortcoming, but I mean I don't regret that.
Yeah.
My worst advice, let me go back to that, is
Take a break.
Yeah. But I mean, it might be a good advice when I grow older.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm still growing. But for right now, yeah, it was probably the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's good.
Take
I think
a break.
For me, it's probably the same thing, but I'm gonna take it a step further, and all of y'all might not agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
For me, my worst advice was you have to go to college and you have to do all 4 years of college. For me.
Look, as an African, that is. Look, okay, now let me say this before we continue. If you're African and you're not a doctor, you're not a lawyer, you're not an engineer, you are failure to them. So now,
I'm the
for
same
a lot of
Yeah.
for a lot of entrepreneurs, you know, starting off is very, very slow.
Yeah.
Your African parents would not. This is geared towards Africans or other immigrants.
Yeah.
Your African parents would never see you as a success. I mean, as a growth. Because my mom still asks me like, what is it that you do?
Yeah.
She don't have a social media. She don't know what's going on. She's just like, what is it that you do?
Yeah.
Like, you say you do this, you come home, you say you're going on an interview. Interview for what? Who are you?
Yeah.
You're not a doctor. You're at a 2-year college. So it's like, it's gonna be very hard to get through that because being an entrepreneur is very slow. Even a photographer is very, very slow. Before you actually get your first paid gig, you're gonna you already know it's gonna take a minute before you get your first paid gig. So it's like, I mean, I still struggle through that.
Yeah, and I do think that's a struggle. And look, I said it last time in the podcast. What's the easiest way to get a job in photography? Get a degree. I do think that if you're like,
Really?
I really think that because through a college, you're creating this network, right? College is a big I went to college for 1 year, and I still have people who are still in college who are hitting me up to help them with video like stuff. So let's say this: if you go to the Art Institute, all of them at the end of the thing, what was appealing to me is you have like a direct connect to intern at these many companies. So if your focus is to get a job, full-time employee, not an entrepreneur, college is the easiest way. And not to say college is easy, but just to say like that's the it's not the fastest, right?
Yeah,
it's 4 years,
of
and
course.
I don't agree with that. But I do think that, like I said, that was probably the worst for me, just because where my head was at, and I can relate to you 100%.
You know why I'm saying facts? Okay, I was speaking at this network. Okay, let me not say it like I'm bragging. I'm not bragging or boasting. I was speaking at this. Maybe people want to hear me talk. I don't know. Maybe I'm special, but I was speaking at this networking event, and I was talking to this guy, and he was like, I was like, oh, because the guy said he goes to Harvard. I was like, oh wow,
My goodness.
big. So it's like, I mean, you're in Dallas. Why go to Harvard? Like, why take that trip to Boston? He was like, a lot of people, you hear the story. This is great knowledge right here. Listen up. You hear a lot of stories like Mark Zuckerberg. He dropped out of college. Who else dropped out of college? A lot of billionaires, dropped out of college.
Snapchat.
And that's
didn't
what
even go to college. Yeah.
That's what. Oh, bro.
Yeah. He was like 17 when he started.
Okay, now he's special. I don't know about that. Let me keep.
No, keep going.
So, what they do not. That's the story that sells, and that's where the mistake comes. Mark Zuckerberg went to Harvard.
Yep.
And do you know what he bought in Harvard? He bought a network that were already gonna be great. They were gonna be great. The person that helped them develop Facebook was already rich because they come from a rich family. So there's something you cannot buy. I mean, there's something you can definitely buy in college or big colleges, SMU. You know you just bought a millionaire's son. You know you just bought as a friend. So what sells is, oh, I dropped out of SMU. But you behind the screen don't know what I just bought.
Dude, that is
in SMU. I just went there and I met a guy's father that's a millionaire that's looking for a videographer for his new real estate house.
Yeah.
And guess what? You got the gig. But what sells is, oh, I dropped out of SMU, now I'm rich.
Yeah.
But the real facts is actually go there.
Yeah.
In fact, spend one semester.
That's what I would say.
If you're an entrepreneur, I strongly believe spending one semester in college at least. Bro, it's cheap.
Yeah. If you go to a community college.
Yeah, sorry. It's not cheap. Go to a community, which is what I'm doing. I've met so many cool people at Collin. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That I would not have thought. And the reason I picked Collin is because it's more in the rural area instead of going to Eastfield, which is like 2 minutes from where I stay.
Yeah.
I decided to make that 30 minutes drive because I know why I'm making that drive. It's more of my audience that's down there. More people that I want to network with. More people that want to help me.
Yeah.
That's who's down there. So
yeah. And to clarify too, I would say my worst advice to clarify isn't to go to college, but it's you can only succeed if you go to college. That was my worst advice, in my opinion. I don't think a lot of people say that. You're only gonna be big if you have a good education. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's misleading.
right there. That's Africa.
I have a great education, it's just not formal. You know what I mean?
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. I have 6 mentors that I talk to like on a weekly basis. So I talked about the last
mentors is important.
I think that's the best way of educating yourself. Linking with somebody who can give
that
back.
knows actually. Linking with somebody that's done what you want to do.
Yep.
Would probably be the best way. I would say that over networking. That's how bad it is.
Yep.
Because me being there's a guy called Nobu Madu, which we worked with at the time. Me linking up with Nobu has opened so many doors for me.
Yeah.
Because
for me too.
I know the mentorship I got from him.
Yep.
Sitting when he was having meetings, sitting and listening to how he's talking to them business wise, how he's portraying himself. Like simple things, like I'm gonna tell you this one fact. If you're having a meeting with somebody, this is what he learned in college that I just learned. You're psychology wise, you're supposed to sit higher than the person, like by chair wise. So now if I sit like this,
I'm intimidated.
You're greater than me, and I think it's the same thing for pastors. I'm not dissing no church brand. But that's the reason why there's an altar. It's to show that, hey, look, I'm greater than you. But I feel like pastors who don't sit on the altar, who actually sit and actually kind of come down and talk to the congregation, it's the best because now they're not trying to say I'm greater than you anymore. They're saying, oh, I'm on your level now. That's why there's an altar and it's kind of raised. It's just a show. Yeah. It's a psychology thing.
And that's why I love my pastor.
That's one fact right here. Y'all shouldn't. If you're in the business.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. And there's so many little psychological.
It intimidates somebody. Like if you see somebody sitting, you're like,
that's what happened earlier. You were like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, I have to sit over here now. This way.
No.
But yeah, it's like when you sit, you're looking down at the person basically. And
that's dope.
That's one fact y'all should keep.
Dude, and I just want to clearly
knowledge.
because with Noble, he taught me so much and being a part of that. Because I know me and Noble didn't like end on the best terms, but he is. I learned so much about networking and about business from that man and from you guys.
Millennial clubs and all of them.
Yeah, like that taught me so much. But yeah, okay, dope. So for me, worst advice, college. What was your worst advice?
To keep stop working hard here in America.
My best advice: value yourself.
Nice,
Keep
nice,
working.
nice,
What was
nice.
yours? I think it was the same, right?
Yeah. Wait, no. Oh, no. Understand. Everybody's using you for a reason.
Yeah. Dope.
Man, I said a lot of facts on here.
Dude, there's so many facts. I'm about to trim it all up. I'm about to have so much micro content. You feel me? I'll send you everything. All right, here we go. Okay, next question is by Trent Hain.
Trent,
I love you, bro. Yeah, he's
That's
been
my
following me
guy.
forever. He's awesome.
Yeah. I just shot with him like 2 weeks ago. The wedding I'm meeting him right now.
He's dope. Okay.
What does he have to say?
He said, "What has been the best moment of being a creative for both of us?" I guess. Well, take it however you want to take it.
So, like, the best moment for me is I'm a spotlight guy. I like to be in the
I'm
spotlight.
about to say the same thing. You're about
But in video wise, it's not a good thing for you to be in the spotlight because you're recording somebody. So
Yeah.
your action should not be in the spotlight. One of my best and most creative moments is either this. I have two actually. When the bride is walking down the aisle and I'm with that rolling L
Ooh.
and I'm tracking from the behind.
Ooh.
Oh my God. That shot kills me every time. And when they're doing the first dance and I do the circle, like I
Oh,
circle
yeah,
around
yeah.
them, that
Love
shot
that shot.
kills me every time. If you see me recording, I'm almost like this.
You think shooting is when you're
Oh, yeah.
the best? Like,
Creative wise, yes, I think so.
yeah.
Editing now, like as I'm growing older, I'm seeing editing as more of a job.
Yep.
Other than it being something I just love to do.
Yep.
It's more of a, I gotta do this, you know.
Do
to
you?
get
Okay,
paid.
I have a question. Do you? Oh well, I know you do, but you edit stuff for yourself too.
Of course.
Does that help you?
Yes,
Like it in a
because
creative
it's something different. I don't have to follow a blue book or
Yeah.
follow. Okay, this is the blueprint that was laid down.
Yeah.
Follow this. No, if I'm doing stuff for myself, like 2 weeks ago, I tried a stunt that I was gonna jump over the car.
Oh yeah.
And that was
sick.
just I couldn't get the after effect. It didn't work, so it didn't work out. I'm sorry, guys.
Didn't you post it though? I saw it somewhere.
I did a Snapchat kind of. I mean a screenshot of me just in the air and the car was on. Like that was just for me to take a break.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm working too hard. I mean, take a break, yes.
That
but don't.
okay? No, let's talk about that.
Yes, yes.
I feel like that's huge, and especially
course.
because you're still building towards something. You're still building your personal brand.
I have to.
Working for yourself. Ooh, that's a big email. What's that?
No, that's the magazine I was just talking about. They just posted a picture.
Let's go.
So sorry, I'm so sorry. Yeah, keep going.
But yeah, I think that's a way to take a break without feeling like you're not being productive.
Yes.
That's. I'll tell you right now. It says what's the best moment. Worst moment for me. Sylvia will tell you this.
Yeah.
When I'm not productive, when I have an unproductive day,
Yeah.
I am in the worst mood ever. Like if I ever sleep in, or if I ever like, because I say rest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't be constantly at rest.
That's the
because then
thing.
I'll feel like a piece
I
of
didn't do
crap.
nothing.
I didn't do anything, and
I
then
had that same feeling too, bro.
dude, like unproductivity is the worst. But for me, I think that my best moment, and I will say this, as I've gotten older and as I edit. Oh wait, I was gonna say something else. Going back to the topic of editing for yourself, I think something that will make you fall in love with editing a little more is, and this is advice for you, for anyone else watching, or anyone else listening.
This is facts right here.
I love going out to Dallas, getting as many shots as I can get in like 10 minutes, and going home and just editing for no reason.
That was one of the main reasons. Okay, so I'm gonna explain why I did that car thing. I was in this project and I was like, man, I can't get it.
Yeah.
There's something missing in this project. What is it? Like, and I could have put my hand to it. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just not in it. And I'm like, man, I have to be, because this project is due somewhere soon.
Yeah.
I have to be in it. But my man, I'm like, this is not the best I can produce.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, you know what? let me take my car.
Yeah.
Go on YouTube. I figure out, oh, this how you jump a car?
Damn.
You know what? Let me try it. Maybe that would, open up a creative.
Yeah.
And guess what? I did that, and I didn't succeed. I'm still gonna try it again, of course. I didn't succeed this time. But then I learned how to roto brush. It's a skill in After Effects where you can you can take out one person over any object.
Yeah, Ty's the master of that. Yep.
Bro, yes. so I think I might hit him up for that card.
Yeah, you need to.
So I learned that.
Yeah.
And in this wedding video that I was editing at the time, I was like, oh my God, that might be the key.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to move this and then roto brush this. So technically I did take a break, but at the same time
learning.
I didn't because I was learning at that time.
Something I really enjoyed from Arnold and you when I was working there is he made us learn. He made us take time and Skillshare.
Oh, yeah,
He made us learn stuff so we can continue getting better. I think that's huge, and lost my train of thought. That's happening to us so much. But
It's the coffee. There's something in
I
there.
guess, bro. Dang. But, okay. Here's what I will say. A basketball player, to get better, does what? He goes to the gym. He shoots every day. 500 shots a day. Art isn't this... this is the whole premise of this podcast. What's the quote we always hear? It's, inspiration is for amateurs. The rest of us just get up and go to work. Right? Yeah, that's right there, bro.
Yeah.
I have it right in there.
I read it. I was like,
Yeah. Inspiration is for amateurs. So, if you're, this isn't something that...
You want to be LeBron. That don't mean just watch LeBron.
Yep.
Go out there and be LeBron.
It's
Go
the
out there
same
and shoot.
thing in creative, and there's this idea that you feel like, oh, it's just a gift and I just do it. No, you have to practice. So that's what those are my shots. Going out and putting together a cool sequence. That's my free throws. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But yeah. But best moment for me, I didn't even say what my best moment was.
Yeah, my bad.
You're good. My best moment was probably and let's do this because you said best moment while you're actually doing it. Let's talk about best moment wow, I'm getting somewhere. You know what I mean? Let's talk about both. For me, my best moment achievement wise was seeing a Fox commercial from the Dallas Mavericks that I created.
So now you know that I'm actually doing something right. Yeah,
I must be special.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was probably for me, and it was recent too. We got loud again. Sorry. For me, it's probably one of the biggest achievements that make me feel, like I'm doing something.
Right.
And for me, my best moments, shooting is always fun for me. But when you're editing and you get in a state of flow, and you just go and then you finish and you're like, how did that even happen? When you get immersed in the project and you're just clicking away.
Yeah.
That is the best feeling because it's so annoying when you're
But it's only once for me, I would say it's only once in 3 projects.
Yeah.
It's not very common for me. I think that's why I'm starting to step back from the editing and just doing things I want to do. Yeah. But at the same time, I got to get my rent paid and everything. So I do have to work. Yeah. So that's one thing that as you were saying.
I will say though, keep doing it because I was like you. I never had that feeling before. But as I think it's all about familiarity with the program. Because once it's second nature, it's way easier to get through.
Moving.
You know what I mean? And you're 17. You know what I mean? You've been doing this for X amount of time. When I was 17, I wasn't, as well versed as I am now just because of experience. You know what I mean? So for me, that happens to me every project.
Of course.
But when you start out the project and when you're kind of ending, that's whenever it's almost like a building thing. It's like you're not cruising yet, you're not at 80 miles per hour yet, but you're building up to it. But then that's why I take the steps of putting everything in my project. I separate everything out to help me mentally. I put everything. Here's something I do that I started doing recently. I put all of the video. If it's just a recap or something. Obviously, if it's a film or something more intricate. I don't think you can get in that flow state. But for event recaps, wedding stuff, putting everything in chronological order, and then already on the timeline, and just putting the music, and then cutting to the music, and that's way easier because there's less.
You have to find.
So try that, bro.
So the reason I wouldn't do that, I mean that I would try, of course, but I'll tell you what this though. when you click, this is for Premiere, so video, you can tune out.
Yeah.
When you click from your project file into your bin, it shows a blue something.
Yeah.
I'll show you later.
little-
Yeah. So for me, that's what tells me that clip, I have used it.
Oh.
So if I place everything on there, I would have to struggle to think, oh my God, I've already used everything.
I feel you.
So it will get complicated, but
Yeah.
I do want to try it.
Yeah.
I do actually want to
And
try
I've actually seen, I watched this music video, because like weddings, I'm assuming it's very like cut up.
Of
and you
course.
have to have it segmented.
Yeah.
But with music videos, it's the same thing. So what he does, it's crazy. I never done this, but he makes like 8 different sequences with the 8 different things of the video. So say he had 8 different scenes of the artist doing, right? He has 8 different sequences and he picks his selects before it even happens. Right? So let's say wedding, you know that you want to have the walk-in first.
Yeah.
So like every shot that has to do with that, cut
Put
it
it-
up
yeah,
already
and
in a
put it in
different
the
sequence,
sequence.
and then make a master sequence. Boom. Yeah, that's another thing. But
That's easy.
We're nutting out, bro. But
Okay,
yeah,
all right,
that's
come
how
on,
that's how we
get
do
back.
it.
Let's get back.
But let's go ahead and take another break, and then we'll wrap it up in this next segment.
Bet. Final 30 minutes.
We have one last question before we dip out, and here it is. Well, it's not here yet. But the last question is by Daniela Wolf again. Thank you again. She said, I'd like for him to talk about his biggest challenge or struggle during the process of his journey.
Biggest challenges.
And we'll both answer this one.
Okay.
You go first.
So, I have 2 challenges, right? At a young age,
Yep.
not a lot of people respect what you think.
Mm-hmm.
You're young. You're still a kid. You don't know what you're talking about. I think that's one of my biggest challenges.
Yeah.
My second biggest challenge is being an immigrant. And I'm not talking about, like, I mean, I'm good. I mean, I'm not fully good. I'm still in application, but I'm not allowed to do any work, basically.
Wow.
Because of the way my situation is set up. And that is, like, so hard because I have to get brands to trust me that I'm not here to just take your money and run away or anything like that. Like, getting brands to trust me with my situation and understanding how they can help me and also, like, how I can help them is one of the biggest challenges. Because a lot of people don't want to work with somebody that they can't put into paper.
Yeah.
I can't receive checks.
Oh, wow.
For example, I can't, like,
It's all cash. basically.
cash and PayPal.
Yeah.
Basically, and that 21 Savage is a real inspiration to me
Yeah.
because he did exactly what I was. Not the gang stuff. Like, he was also an immigrant.
Yeah.
And he was able to do so much.
Yeah.
That blows my mind. Like,
Yeah. I
he
didn't
made
think
so
about
much
that.
money,
Yep.
and he wasn't allowed to. So what's stopping me?
21.
21. What's stopping me? I mean, he got caught. I mean, but
He's chilling now, isn't he?
yeah, he's good. Jay-Z helped him get lawyers.
good.
So what I'm saying is, like, you think you have challenges like that? I can't work for anything that's not
Yeah. It's hard with corporations.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah.
I
Getting
feel
people to trust me, getting Noble to trust me, getting other brands to trust me that, like, your work is nice and we're going to give you this upfront. Because I get upfront and
Yeah, that's what I did.
after too. So it's like, if I give him this money upfront, what tells me he's not going to run away or something?
Yeah.
Because I don't have his identity. I don't have nothing that says he's here.
I would say though, the struggle has gotten easier, no? Or is it still the same? Because you are more credible
now I'm what?
Credible.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. So in the starting stage, it was hard.
Yeah.
Free work, that's what I'm saying, like,
So even
I have to understand, even me did free work, so that's why I wouldn't recommend it, because now I know, if you're in my position, then yes, I have some different advice for you. You should definitely hit me up.
Yeah.
But if you're not, and you're in America, like, you shouldn't have to do free work. Get a job at McDonald's. You will hate it. That's where Gary Vee comes in.
Yeah.
Eat it until, stay with your parents.
Yep.
Work at McDonald's. Get that, save $500 every month. I don't know how much McDonald's get, but let's assume it's $500 every month.
Yeah.
Get that in fact, get 2 jobs. That's $1,000 every month. You as a teenager, you know what you can do with $1,000? You can put $200 for a scholarship. You can, for school,
Yeah.
put $200 for school. And it's like, bro, so many options in America. That's something I wish I had. Like not being born here, because if I was born here, I wouldn't have the same drive. But like having the right
with that. Yeah. Just having.
And that's why, like, I'm still in that position till today. But yeah, I'm still trying to help somebody that's in that position, that's in high school, that wants to be an entrepreneur. You know, giving them a scholarship.
That's something I really like about you. I'm big on giving back.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you really do give back. You know, you started your own scholarship. You speak at schools. That's how you spoke. Was that in elementary or was it a high school?
It was a high school.
Yeah.
And all of them were 18 and 19.
Dude.
They were seniors, and I'm telling them how to live their life.
Look,
I saw that. It's crazy.
That's my biggest struggle. Getting support from people that are older than you, because I'm 20. I'm not that much older than you, so there's still a lot. Like, I don't hang out or work with anybody who's under my age besides you. So and I know you can. That. So it's hard to get them to say
understand and
you're right. You know what I mean? Because it comes to pride.
It was really tough for me. I only got in that conference. I mean, it wasn't a conference. It was like more of a media room, and I was speaking to about 80 kids. Out of that 80, only 8 I still keep in contact with today, and they're like 18. And only of those 8, the rest of them just thought I was a joke. Oh, what's this 17-year-old gonna tell me?
Yeah.
But the rest of the 8, shout out to Josh and everybody, you know.
Shout out Josh.
Yeah, Josh 2X. Like, that's the only group I keep in contact with, because they listened to me and they understood where I was coming from. And they want to do better than me. They want to achieve more.
Yeah.
And I feel like I opened that door for them, and like, it's amazing, bro.
Yeah, for me,
you just gotta know that. Yeah, my bad. Keep on.
No, you're good. And I think that the issue with that is credibility, because, like you said, trust kind of goes hand in hand with credibility. Do they believe you're gonna do it?
Did I say that? Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, you're having trouble with trust because of your whole situation.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm blessed enough to be a citizen thanks to like my mom's hard work and getting that done. Thank you, Mom. You're the best.
You gotta pray for me, bro.
Bro, you're gonna get it, bro. And I have so many friends, and I'm understanding that more.
Of course.
I have a lot of immigrant friends who are like under the DACA system.
Yeah.
And
now it's about to turn around, so
that's so scary, bro. Like, one of my friends can't even get a job if he's not a waiter. You know what I mean? And that's horrible.
It's scary.
But
you gotta work twice as hard.
Yeah. Let's talk about the struggle. Something I went through. So as soon as I left your company, my parents had dipped out. Like they moved in they moved to North Carolina.
Nice or not nice?
No, nice.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, we're awesome. Yeah, they got like a 2-story house. They live their life. I love you guys. But that put me in a situation where hold on. That put me in a situation where I couldn't necessarily. I didn't have the freedom to live with them. You know what I mean? I didn't have the freedom to do that. I had moved out at that point because of that, because I knew they were moving, and I didn't. Obviously, the reason I left that company, and I don't want to say anything too in depth, but
it's not good to buy your nails. I forgot.
The ROI just wasn't there for me at that point.
Of course.
So I was like, all right, let me try.
We understood.
Yeah, and let me try to do my own thing. So I had to come to the realization. I have to go work at Starbucks. I have to go work somewhere that I can still be passionate about because I love coffee.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let that bring me down. But I will say that time was hard for me, bro, because, you know.
We all got through it.
And you know, especially when you're so vocal on public social media, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Back then, I've learned to be a little wiser. Telling people how I'm moving.
Of course.
So back then, I didn't really, I just wanted to be cool. I just wanted to show people I was getting dough. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this real quick. I started my Instagram page for the wrong reasons. I wanted people to be jealous. I wanted people to be this. And I figured out why am I doing this? At one point, I deleted my Instagram. I used to go by Little Africa. Nobody knows that fast. But that used to be my high school name. And I
that's so messed up though. Who called you?
And I took it because I used to go through bullying back then.
You owned that too,
bro. Yes, bro. Everybody knew me as Little Africa, and that was a past of me that, I mean, right now I don't see myself at it anymore. But that's why I made my Instagram. That's why I made my social media, to make people jealous. I started it for the wrong reasons, but I was able to understand that, okay, if I can rebrand myself and reconstruct how my thinking is, and like I can flourish.
Yeah.
And I'm new to Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I would say, I'm like that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and you're killing it. And but
6,000.
what you said though is huge. You know, we all have to go through struggle, and at the end of the day, like you said, pay the bills. That was my thing. I had to pay the bills, and I had to come with the realization: I either need to work my butt off and get it done through this, or I need to maintain my. First of all, I would have gotten evicted if I just if I was just ignorant and I just kept trying to do
let
my
me
own
shoot
thing.
for free. You don't.
Nah. So
Some people don't have that space.
So
you
I
don't
worked,
have that.
Yeah, so I worked at Starbucks. But here's my thing: I worked at Starbucks to pay my bills,
Of course.
so I could open doors through stuff like that because I had to maintain myself somehow.
Of course.
And at that point, you know, now, and this isn't humble brag,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah, humble brag.
you know, when you like my pitch deck, that's
Yeah.
something I learned from Noble, a pitch deck. You know, it has the Dallas
Yeah,
Mavericks
of
on
course,
it. You know what I mean? So it's a little
So
easier.
now it's like
Yeah, it's a
It
little
doesn't
easier
work for
to
you.
get a job, you know, to get a client. But back then and everything, so I was like, why? It's like, all right, I gotta pay the bills. I gotta take this hit.
Yeah.
I would get up at 4 a.m. every morning and go into work at 5, so I can get up by 3, so I can have time for that, so I can shoot.
Have you seen the movie Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes, dude, that's like top
I
5
recently
for
just
me.
saw that, and like
Top 5.
it's the struggle. It's what you have to do to get your point.
Yeah.
So what you were about to say?
Don't ever let anybody take your dreams away from you.
Yeah, well, that line took me,
Dude.
And I was like, wow, like
Jaden Smith
even,
came up.
and he's not even an immigrant or anything like that. And he had the money drive them, yes, but it was a beautiful story to me. Like,
Dude, I love that. And
what's
but
yeah, shout out to you. I know you're listening right now, so shout out to you.
So biggest struggle for me, obviously, that was probably the time I struggled the most. I don't know if that's my biggest struggle, but I definitely struggled the most there. But yeah, that's awesome, man. So before we end this podcast, I want to give every guest a chance to highlight anything they're doing, anything you want to plug, anything, anyone you want to shout out. Go ahead and do so now.
So I'm gonna shout out again Hadid's clothing brand.
Ooh, what's the name?
It's World Goals on Instagram.
Ooh.
At World's Goals. And I'm gonna shout out. That's it. I'm gonna shout out my scholarship.
Nice.
You know, if you're not an African immigrant, I'm planning to expand to just immigrant in general. But the one that touches my heart the most right now are the Africans.
What can they do to help that grow?
You can go follow me on Instagram, AI Scholarship, which stands for African Immigrant Scholarship. That was a long name, so I just cut it down to AI. Right now, we're in the beginning stages, so our scholarship starts in the summer, which is just gonna be a $250 scholarship. I'm not working, so it's gonna help somebody. Y'all might not see that as a lot, but you have to understand that I don't have a job.
$250 is a lot, bro.
I don't have a job, and that's like me giving out of my pocket to help somebody else. So $250 might seem so little. It's planned to grow if I get more sponsorship, but that is one thing I want to shout out: my scholarship, Hadid, and Life by Shady, my brother.
Hey.
Just go follow him. I don't care. Yeah, and Trinity right here, man. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank
And
you.
I'm glad you're here.
Tyrell. Oh my God, I forgot Tyrell.
Hey,
I'm so
I was
sorry.
about to shout him
I'm
out
so
for
sorry.
you.
Tyrell, I love your hard work, and I tell you this every day. Like, you can read our DMs every day. I tell them to keep going. Like,
Yeah.
that is so amazing.
I will plug this. If y'all haven't seen, I posted his new IGTV on the story of Uninspired podcast. Really sick. It's talking about the etiquette to collaboration. It's a really dope
I
thing.
haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, he started this thing called 60 Seconds with
Oh
Ty.
yeah, duh. I know
Yeah.
that.
And so that's one of those. So it's really dope. Go check it out if you haven't. Ty is going to be on the next podcast. We haven't even talked yet. But I know he wants to, and we're going to make it happen. So Ty, shout out to you, bro.
Look, 1,700 views.
Yeah, no, that's not even. No, go back. If you go to the first one, bro. Is it that one? 3,000. Go to this one, 8,000. That's the biggest one. And then if you go to her page, it's got like 30,000 or something, something crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Sorry.
So, Ty, keep killing it. Arnold, bro, I want to have you on the podcast at some point too. I will say this. You need to stick with your brother.
Yeah.
Because you guys, the combination of both of you,
Yeah.
is what makes y'all great. And I will say this, you know, you're great in your own. He's great on his own, but he has. I will say this: he is probably the best creative director I've worked with when it comes to like mindfulness.
Don't blow his head up now.
Hey man, I'm gonna blow his head up because he's good and I learned a lot from him. And you have the whole knowledge, first of all, on what's popping now. You know how to make a good video when it comes to like Gen Z, what attracts them. You know, your editing style is dope and it's current. You know, so I feel like he's more of a traditional.
Yeah.
You're more of a modern progressive.
Peter McKinnon and Philip Bloom. Do you know Philip Bloom?
Nah. Wait, is that the guy you had on the wall?
No. Philip Bloom is like the OG YouTube creator, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should go
wait.
look at him.
I know Philip DeFranco. But yeah. Shout out Arnold.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Shout out everyone, man. If you want to be
If I didn't shout you out, I'm so Vibes Free. I'm so sorry. This jacket was made by Vibes Free.
Vibes Free, hit me up if you want to sponsor the podcast. And
I didn't say his name. I'm so sorry.
If you want to sponsor the podcast, and you know Vibes Free, we have this connection here. We'll make sure you get a good deal with the sponsor and ad space. And even like if you want to make maybe we can link up. Maybe they can be the ones who make our merch. Who knows? But shout out you guys. If you want to be a guest on the show, you can DM at Uninspired Podcast on Instagram, or you can email podcastuninspired at gmail.com.
Man's got his emails
I
together.
got email, bro. This is gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? If you want to sponsor the show, go ahead and email me at Podcast Uninspired. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. You're awesome. And we're gonna go ahead and close out. And yeah, let's listen to this quote.
Inspiration is for amateurs. Us professionals, we just go to work in the morning.
But yeah, thank you for coming on Uninspired Podcast, Aaron. Good to see you, friend. Love you, man.